there's a guy out there by the name of Kevin McCullough. I have heard of Kevin McCullough. His work reaches people like me who do what I do. Kevin McCullough is a guy who has correctly predicted winning election maps since 2006. Now, I know that's really not very far. I mean, that's 14 years ago. Big whoop, you're saying. And I understand. But everybody has to start somewhere. And 2006 is his beginning year. And he just posted his prediction map for the 2020 election. And rather than show you the graphic, I'm just going to give you the Electoral College results of it. Kevin McCullough is predicting 330 electoral votes for Donald Trump and 208 for Joe Biden. Biden wins Washington, Oregon, California, Colorado, Illinois. He wins Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, New York, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, Connecticut, Maine, and Vermont. And that's everything else on this map is red. Pennsylvania is red. Ohio is red. Florida is red. Arizona is red. Texas is red. Nevada is red. Arizona is red. Now, he hasn't been wrong since 2006. And by the way, have you heard people saying, man, this year feels a lot like 2016? Meaning the polls all have Hillary up X. And 4 years later, the polls all have Biden up by what seems to be very similar numbers and very similar percentages. And everybody's saying, well, yeah, but I mean, that's coincidence. Fact of the matter is, Rush, that this is it. You know, back then, Trump didn't have a record, didn't have to worry about anything. Nobody expected him to win. Nobody's guard was up. But now, I mean, Rush, even you have to admit, Rush, Trump's got so many more enemies today than he had back then. He got so many more people lined up. I don't know that that's true. But an electoral map that looks similar to, especially electoral vote totals, got my interest. And we're back. By the way, there's a story here by that guy I just shared with Kevin McCullough, the guy who thinks and has predicted Trump with 330 electoral votes, Biden with 280. He's got a story that runs at townhall.com. The headline, signs that Trump is not going to win on November 3rd. And I looked at it, so what the hell is this? And I think the headline is written so that every leftist nutcase out there will read it, because it says the exact opposite. Let me share with you some of the pull quotes from the story, signs that Trump isn't going to win on November 3rd. Now, it must be acknowledged that President Trump is just not capable of winning this November 3rd. Perhaps the Democrats have finally found a silver bullet after the Russia hoax, impeachment farce, lockdown lies, all of that. They've even floated the 25th Amendment. But none of it's worked. Not even Nancy Pelosi's prayers for the president's health could keep him in the hospital for more than 3 days. And here, 1 week after he contracted COVID-19, no one's even discussing him having it because he's symptom-free and feeling 20 years younger. So, no, Donald J. Trump just doesn't have what it takes to just win in November, because he's going to win in a Trump slide. See, sets him up. Trump isn't going to just win. He is going to wipe them out. To be exceedingly clear, writes Mr. McCullough, I don't find any evidence of a Biden win outside the media polls. You know, and this is an excellent observation. I've made the observation myself. Where is the evidence of Biden energy? Where's the evidence that there is a massive connection of voters attached to Joe Biden? You just don't have it.
well, Russia doesn't go out there much because he's trying to protect himself from COVID-19.
Well, exactly my point. But if he's not going to go out there, then there has to be a reason. He has gone out there. He has done public events. Nobody shows up at them. It is not a big deal that Joe Biden's coming to your town. It is not a big deal that Joe Biden is going to make a speech or have a campaign rally or event in your town. Oh, the pundits, the never-Trumpers, the Democrats, they'll explain away Biden's every foible when he says the voters don't deserve to know his view on a 150-year precedent breaking idea of randomly packing the Supreme. Oh, can I tell you about that before I forget this? Dick Turpin and a number of other Democrats are out saying that Joe Biden's not talking about packing the court. It's the Republicans packing the court. You know what they say, packing the court? Packing the court is filling openings with your people. That's not what packing the court is. They're literally trying to make the case that Republicans ought to be appointing. Like if Ruth Buzzy Ginsburg was a Democrat, then Trump should nominate a Democrat. And if he doesn't, if he nominates a conservative like Amy Coney Barrett, then he's packing the court. That's not what packing the court is. They better not get away with this. That would require genuine ignorant stupidity on the part of the American people. The packing the court means adding seats to it that don't exist. Supreme Court now has 9 seats. Democrats want to add 4, making the Supreme Court a 13-justice body. That's packing the court. They're literally out trying to say they're trying to make the case that packing the court is simply filling every opening with someone from your party. So the never-Trumpers, the Democrats, explain away Biden's every foible. When the Biden-Harris bus rolls in and 6 people sit in a gym in big circles drawn on the floor, the media will ignore the contrast of 40,000 supporters on a rainy tarmac in Minnesota. But this election won't be decided by the pundits or the never-Trumpers, nor the swamp monsters. The American people are the only poll that matters. On November 3rd, President Trump won't just win. He's going to break records, shift turnout patterns, and crush his way to the biggest re-election victory since Ronaldus Magnus, 49 states in 1980. That's what he thinks. He's got the guts to put it out there.